from the show that if you don't know about it already, you need to go subscribe. If you go look in our chat right now, before we do anything else, go ahead, click that beautiful link. Let's Talk Jets Radio. We got the one, the only, the face that runs the place, Tyson Rauch, joining us here on the Flex Zone podcast. He's talking Jets, he's talking Knicks, everything New York. Put your hands together and make some noise for him here on the Flex Zone. What's up, Tyson?
What's up, folks? How you guys doing?
Great, brother. How you feeling, man?
We're good, man. Good.
Thanks for having me. I definitely appreciate it. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. Let people know. We always like to tell people who you are. Let the people know how to keep up with you and what do you do on these YouTube streets, the great content that led us to find you as well.
Well, I'm with Let's Talk Jets. We've been around probably on YouTube, probably 6 or 7 years. We cover the Jets uncensored, 24/7. And our goal is to be the voice of the fans. For a long time, the media said, the fans think this. I'm like, how do you know what the fans think? We're actually the fans. Let us speak our minds. And we do it pretty well, I think. They're not a very good team, so it's a lot of chaotic content, but we do our best.
Raj, you want to kick things off? Because you are the person who opened my eyes to the wonderful good brothers at Let's Talk Jets Radio. And we watch them before we do our little post game sometimes on with the Ravens.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. They keep it real over there. The New York Jets is messing up. Tyson's going in. Sometimes it's on a stream. Actually, all the time it's on a stream. And then he does his own personal stream and he goes in again. And that joint is just hilarious, man. And I enjoy the passion, especially, when a team like the Jets should be a lot better than what they are, honestly. The roster, to me, always screams that they have a great defense. But it seems like the coaching is always messed up or the quarterback is not quarterbacking. So it's just always something, crazy going on with the Jets. And to be honest with you, they really should be a better team. But my first question is this, Tyson. Well, what made you want to come up with the YouTube channel about the Jets?
Well, it's funny. We used to do like an internet radio show on Blog Talk Radio, and we had like cell phones calling into a virtual studio, and we would take calls endlessly. And then once COVID came up, everybody's like, hey, you guys should go on YouTube and make videos. I'm like, nobody wants to watch us. Like, nobody cares. Like, nobody wants to see this. And we tried it out, and all of a sudden we started doing live streams and taking calls and interacting with people. And it just became a lot of fun, gave us something to do. And then we met so many people and had so many interactions that were interesting. And it just kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. It wasn't intentional. It was just something that we did out of just sitting home every day,
What happened with the Aaron Rodgers project last year?
Tell him, Raj. No, you are Aaron Rodgers fanboy. Tell him the
truth. I like Aaron. I do. I like Duck. I call him Duck Dodgers. I love Duck Dodgers. He was great. He's a great quarterback.
But explain to the guests why you call him Duck, though. You can't just throw the name Duck Dodgers out there.
Because he's great. He was awesome in his Packer days. He could do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, the Packers don't want him anymore. He's feeling a certain type of way. The Jets is like, come on to New York. We're gonna make you, great. And the whole situation is gonna be great. And I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling it a little bit, but I'm like, something's weird. Something weird. This is a little weird. And then all of a sudden he's on Pat McAfee every week. And I'm like, what are you doing on Pat McAfee? So I don't know. But from a New York Jets fan's perspective, like what happened?
Well, we sold our soul for him. We thought we were a quarterback away. So why not get one of the best ever to play the game to save the day and win a Super Bowl? And I think they were probably 2 years ago, they're probably poised to be better. Then he got hurt week 1. And the first series was, it was like, you've got to be kidding me. Tore an ACL. He rushed back to get back by the end of the season. They weren't in the playoff hunt, so he didn't come back. But I think that accelerated recovery probably wasn't the best plan for him. I think in the offseason, he was still trying to get caught up and get healthy. He came into this year probably not still fully healthy, and they wasn't playing well until the end of the season. So it was just nothing went right. I mean, he brought in Hackett with him. Nate Hackett was his self-appointed offensive coordinator. He wasn't any good. There were so many things that went wrong. Bad coaching, it could go wrong. It did go wrong. And it seemed like Aaron Rodgers was there to save the day. And in the fourth quarter, game on the line, he wasn't making the throws. He was throwing interceptions, incomplete passes, missing plays. Like, we thought he was the missing piece, and he wasn't. He was actually contributing to the losses. So that made things even worse. And it was It spiraled out of control. You brought in Devontae Adams. That didn't help. Like, they literally did everything to try to win games, and it all backfired. So now you're stuck with a complete rebuild, no quarterback, no coach, no general manager, and now chasing playmakers in the draft and everywhere else.
Well, speaking of people that you guys brought in, Aaron Rodgers was one situation, but Hassan Reddick, what? I can already tell by you elaborate on that.
You know what it was? When they lost Bryce Huff and they let him walk, which was pissed us all off. But like, they pivoted by trading for Hassan Reddick, who in Philadelphia openly said he wanted a new contract. He earned a new contract. He wanted a new contract. So when you trade for a player like that, you assume, guess what? He's going to get the contract here. Because why else would you trade for him? You don't want to inherit a problem and keep the problem. You want to inherit the problem, address it, and have a player for the next couple of years as a good pass rusher. They trade for him, no new contract. Then he holds out. It's just like, what are we doing? So now the guy that you need to contribute is not even in camp, not learning the defense, not in shape. And by the time he does come into the season, he had no impact at all. He wasn't making a tackle a game. He did absolutely nothing. So you lost your draft pick, you lost that cap space, and you got zero return on the investment at all. It was a complete waste of time. And I actually liked the player. It was just handled so terribly.
Now, I know you gave a lot of slack to Robert Saleh. And I forgot what the other coach's name was that y'all had. The guy with the big eyes. Is it Adam Gase?
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, I know you gave a lot of slack to those guys. And rightfully so, because they did a lot of pivoting. They did a lot of shucking and jiving. They was just giving you the runaround.
Yep.
How do you feel about your new head coach, Aaron Glenn?
Well, I mean, I think he's the right guy at the right time. He's a former Jet, and he has a no-nonsense mindset after the last two coaches that had no clue. I mean, there was like a rudderless ship with no leadership, no direction, no accountability. And he comes in hard-nosed, man. He's a Parcells disciple. Oh, bringing me back to this guy. But you have
Sorry, Tyson. Sorry.
That guy, he killed my liver, this guy. It's just, oof. But, I mean, Aaron Glenn's a no-nonsense guy, man. Parcells, Sean Payton, Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll. He learned from all those guys. And he's just, this may be what this team needs. The only problem is it's all the inexperience. Inexperienced offensive coordinator. Like, you're doing that first-time head coach, first-time coordinator thing again, which we've seen in the past has not worked for the Jets. So hopefully it's different. But he wanted the job. And the one thing that's good about him is he's been with the Jets when they sucked, and he was here when they turned around and rebuilt it. He was actually a player during that whole time. So he's actually experienced it in New York. So he should know kind of how to handle it. But now it comes down to who's his quarterback. How does the quarterback play? And his first choice was Justin Fields. So that's kind of determined where he goes, is how good your quarterback plays.
Speaking of quarterbacks, how do you feel about the Zach Wilson situation?
You guys are trying to make me mad, aren't you? You're trying to make me mad. You're giving me Gase, Zach Wilson. We're going to mention Sam Darnold and Geno Smith, too.
They're coming.
I say, list them all, man.
Oof. I think Zach Wilson's a very nice guy. He's a nice kid. Came from a good family. He was the wrong guy at the wrong time for the wrong team. It was just wrong, man. It's just he was eaten alive by the Jets, where they didn't give him the proper coaching. They didn't give him playmakers. They gave him no support. You can't have a rookie quarterback with nobody behind him pushing him. Like, a veteran should be behind him. They had like Mike White behind him. They had nobody behind him. So like they kind of threw him to the wolves, and he was eaten alive. Saleh was in over his head. The one thing they had, hopefully, was Greg Knapp before it was that he passed away, unfortunately. Greg Knapp was supposed to be his like consultant, his kind of like quarterback whisperer. But unfortunately, he passed away. They couldn't make up for that. Then he brought in his own personal quarterback coach. That didn't work. So Zach he never got better. He got worse. And it got to the point where we were just happy with him being a game manager, completing like 10 out of 15 passes. Like, that's it. Just throw for 110 yards. Our defense can win games. But he was just putrid. It was as bad as it gets. And once you lose your confidence as a quarterback, you're never going to be any good.
How are you feeling about the latest draft that we had? How do you feel about some of your draft picks that you picked up so far?
I mean, I like Membu. They got Membu in the first round, so you solidify your offensive line. That made a lot of sense. Now you have 5 starters that can be like the anchor of your team. I like Mason Taylor, the tight end. Made a lot of sense there too. After that, you start wondering what they're doing, because they had A.Z. Thomas corner, Arian Smith, the wide receiver from Georgia. Everybody says, oh, great speed. You also like college football and drops, which isn't good. So you have great speed, but you have a lot of drops. You know, it's an interesting class, but I think the Jets we don't know what they are. So you don't know how they're going to be coached up, how they're going to use these guys. And I think the most important thing is solidify the offensive line and add playmakers. And hopefully they did that.
Keep an eye out for Malachi Moore, Tyson. I think you might
know.
like him. I think you might like him. Cravante, I know if you want to slide in your quarterback guy who's now his guy.
Justin Fields I'm hoping, man.
Hey, man, listen, I was a huge Justin Fields guy. Big time, big time player, big time program. How I'm diving back into your memory bank for this one, but what was your take on Zach Wilson and Justin Fields coming out of college?
I think after that one bowl game, everybody loved Justin Fields. Like, great athlete. He could run. He took a beating. He kept throwing touchdowns. Like, you're like, this is our quarterback. This is our guy. And then everybody got enamored with Zach Wilson's pro day. He did all these fancy throws and, Brett Favre 2.0. And he's got all this moxie, all this swag. And all of a sudden, Justin Fields was an afterthought. Like, once that media firestorm went, everybody bought into it. Like, oh, this kid's like the next big thing. We got to go there. And I'm telling you, early on, you could see it. Like, man, this kid doesn't have it. Like, you could see it. He was like a deer in headlights. And when players gravitate to leaders, players will gravitate towards your quarterback if they like him, they believe in him, or they know there's a future with him. They weren't gravitating towards Zach. Like, you could see early warning signs like, this ain't going to work. And that's, you saw the opposite with Justin Fields, especially in college, where everybody loved him, and it's just, it was sad to see how it worked out with him in Chicago, because I think they kind of failed him as well. But Zach Wilson it was all off that workout. It was also a COVID year too. So there wasn't like all these different workouts. Like, you didn't get that same level of analysis that you probably get in other years. So it was a huge mistake by the Jets.
Can I ask a question? What the hell is an ambassador, Woody Johnson?
Oh, that guy. He's the worst, man. He is the worst. I mean, he was just voted the worst owner in sports. He's the worst owner. He is a complete clown. Do you ever watch the draft calls when they call like the rookies during the draft?
Yes.
It's the cringiest friggin' phone calls ever. Like, you start to like, you get like your skin starts crawling. You're like, what is this guy saying? It's awkward. It's creepy. It's just that guy.
So you think Woody Johnson is worse than James Dolan?
100%, 1,000%, easily. And I James Dolan figures it out eventually. Just look at him. Did you see the chain? Did you see the chain he used to wear? He used to wear the Woody chain on the big Woody chain. It looked ridiculous.
Yeah, I used to think it was James until I think James had to take a step back, and that's why I think Woody needs to. If Woody just takes a step back, you guys will do fine. But
trust me, I know you've been suffering with him. Oh, I mean, I heard plenty of your takes on Woody Johnson.
You ever see him though? He wears like the white hat, the white shirt, and this big diamond necklace says Woody. Bro, you're in your 70s. What are you doing? Like, that's the owner of our friggin' team. That's the guy that looks your players in the locker room and says, you know what? I want to see you guys play hard every Sunday. Are you kidding me?
He's iced out, man.
And didn't he have a son? His son picking players from Madden or something?
Yeah, Brick Johnson. He handed out game balls. Like, it's just, you can't make it up, man. You could be having a bad day. The Jets will find a way to make it worse with things like that. Every time.
But I mean, okay, y'all been pretty bad, I think, last winning season was when y'all made it to the AFC Championship game in 2012.
14 years, no playoffs.
Crazy. How do you feel about this team so far this year? The build of it, Justin Fields. How is NY? Are they feeling a little bit more to it since Aaron Glenn is taking over?
I think, to be honest with you, a good portion of the fan base is just defeated. When you bring in Aaron Rodgers for 2 years and you go backwards, I think a lot of fans just lost belief at this point. They're not buying into anything. They're not going to believe in anything. They're about like actions, not actions, not words. Like, they want to see this team compete week in and week out. They want to see them win games. If not, nobody's buying in. Like, they're just battered and bruised at this point. I don't blame them. Like, to me, I like it. It's a young team. Like, Justin Fields is young. They're all young. Maybe you get lightning in a bottle, be a blue collar team that surprises people, but it's not an easy sell to a lot of this fan base, man. You're showing the schedule right now. Look at the first 3 games. Steelers, Bills, Tampa.
Well, Tyson, I think you should have some optimism, because I'm telling you now, you guys will win week 1. Book it. You will win week 1 over the Steelers, and you may win week 2 over Buffalo. Buffalo's puffing their chests out, but they haven't done anything either. Remember, division games are always tough. If you guys start 2-0, I don't think it'll be a lost season, but I do think week 1 you can go take that to the bank. Y'all winning that.
I would love to beat Aaron Rodgers week 1. I would love to beat him up just for all the pain he gave us for the last 2 years. I would love that, man.
What you think about the schedule? Because I know you go to a lot of the games, especially like the home openers.
It's tough, man. Like you don't know what we are. Like you have to have faith in like a good offensive line, good running game. Justin Fields can manage the game. And then you got to see a lot better defense. Hopefully Aaron Glenn can clean it up. But look at that lineup, man. Like there's all playoff teams. The Cowboys are going to be better depending on the coach. Denver's good. Carolina is getting better. Bengals are a playoff team. I mean, you gotta survive the first half of the season and make a run towards the end to maybe get like 7-8 wins, hopefully. But it's tough sledding, man.
Let me ask you about some of the people in media, like the Craig Carltons or the Mike Greenbergs of the world. How do you feel about them when they're, Jets fans and they're out there, and then it's like you can just tell it's just a bad day when you guys aren't there?
Mike Greenberg's a fraud. Like he's just not I hope you guys aren't affiliated with them, right? But like there he is.
No. We're not. We're totally independent, man.
We love it.
He's a fraud. Like he's like made for TV takes, and it's like he represents himself as the voice of the fans. He could not be further. He's just not. He says things like, "Bro, you're trying to buy like subscriptions or sell takes or sell views, something like that." Because it's just not what we look at. And Craig Carton is like he's kind of like a shock jock. I actually like Craig. But he's not representative of what we are. That's why a lot of the Jets YouTubers get a lot more views than some of these guys do, because it's not the true voice of what we're all talking about. You don't have the same experiences. You don't have the same viewpoints. It's just very, very different. But Greenberg annoys me to no end, man. The way he carries on and acts all pathetic, I'm like, you don't represent me, dude. Not even close.
Well, we appreciate your honesty, man.
It's true, though. Like, but you guys, when you have a team that you love and you have a guy acting like an ambassador that doesn't reflect what you really believe in your fan base, it has to piss you off. It has to, because it's like, dude, you're making us like idiots. Like, we're not this like lame fan base that's a sucker that buys into half this stuff. We know what's going on,
Trust me, we feel like that as Ravens fans. Whenever Lamar does good, everybody's with him, and then next thing you know, he has one bad play. Yep. Or a bad game, and then it's like the media just hops on. It's like, dude, this is not what you're all talking about.
Yep. It's very, very predictable. Like there's like a lot of these guys, I can predict their article before they even write it. Because exactly like when the play happens, something happens, you can already know what they're going to say. And a lot of times it's not true. It's just clickbait. It's just to get attention. It's all it's there for.
Yeah, I know we were talking before we got on, and you were saying that you kind of felt like that about like Rex Ryan if he had became coach again, that he was kind of clickbait.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Rex he was probably one of the best coaches the Jets had. He beat the Patriots. They had 2 great runs, but he's a lot of bravado, a lot of talk. And after the last couple of years, we need less circus, less nonsense, and more like just clean it up now. Like just silence, hard work, win games. And he's too involved in the media, man. And I know he wanted the job badly. He was begging for the job, literally begging for it. But also it's like, can he develop a quarterback? He never really did that. He kind of hurt Mark Sanchez, So it's appreciate the guy for what he did with the Jets, but I think maybe he'd be a defensive coordinator. And that was the other thing, too. If he'd go back in the NFL and be a defensive coordinator somewhere and have success and work his way back up, but he kind of went to the Jets, the Bills, and then to TV as a coach since. So I don't know. I think it kind of passed him by a little bit.
Well, I do.
Go ahead, Drake, because then I
do got to ask this one question before we transition. How does one become a Jets fan?
Oh, that's a good question.
I wish I wasn't. You know what happened? My entire family, I live down the Jersey Shore. My entire family is Giant fans. Everybody's Giant fans. But back years ago, it was a waiting list to get into games, like for season tickets, whatever else. So tickets were hard to come by. So my father was offered tickets to a Jet game. I wanted to go to a game so bad. I'm like, I just want to go to a football game. I want to see a game. He's like, you know what? We'll go to a Jet game, whatever. It's free tickets. We'll go. So we go there, and as a kid, you see like the tailgating, the smoke, the barbecue. I'm like, this is awesome. And you go inside the stadium, and they're doing the Jets chant. And I'm like, this is awesome. Like everybody's yelling at once. And the one game the Jets win, like 42-7, I was at. So I'm like, wait, the crowd is awesome. This green team's winning games. They must be an awesome team. So I had no idea as a kid. You have no idea what's going on, right? I became a fan that day. I'm like, I like this green team. And my dad's like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, all the things to happen. Like, I brought you to an NFL game just to give you the experience of going to a game that shut me up. And I became a fan of the team that he actually hated. That's what happened. It was pure luck.
And you never thought about switching back?
Nope. I'm loyal, man. Like, but I just thought it was so cool. And the Jets won. Like, they won that week. And the following week, they won again. I'm like, Dad, this team always wins. Like, you don't understand. This is a great team. And he
Dad
knew.
was like, no, you don't understand.
I wish I never went to that game.
I mean, I can understand. That's how I felt about the Ravens when I went to a game as a kid. I mean, after the first Super Bowl, I mean, it was a little rocky in between those years, but I mean, I get it. You go to an event and it's the greatest thing ever. And then you watch exactly what goes on and you still feel the same exact way, but it's like, damn, I wish this team could be better. But they keep leading us astray,
You're lucky. As a Ravens fan, you're lucky though. All you have is winning and a great coach and a great quarterback.
Yes, we are.
We're very lucky.
Yeah, we are spoiled.
We're very spoiled, Tyson. I say it all the time. Most spoiled fan base in the NFL, probably.
I tell them all the time.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You would know. You would know.
Yeah, look, my cousin Ty, when he was with us, he said that. He still tells me that.
What are y'all going to do with these 2022 draft picks, Tyson? Because it was a great class. Sauce Gardner, who's goofy for off the field stuff. I'm not going to get into that. If you know who he's dating, that's why. Yep. Garrett Wilson, the Ohio State, him and Justin Fields, I think, are going to make magic. Jermaine Johnson, who I wanted the Ravens to draft, they didn't take him. And Breece Hall, who we were hearing rumors about possibly a trade. You can't sign everybody unless you're the Bengals, but who are you going to sign?
I mean, that's a great question. You want to keep Sauce. I mean, Sauce had a down year last year, but he's arguably one of the top 3-4 corners in the NFL. And you figure under Aaron Glenn, he'll play better. You got to assume that's going to happen. Garrett Wilson's a curveball because you wonder if Garrett Wilson actually wants to stay here. I know Justin Fields is here, but I think he wants a high-profile offense, a big-time quarterback. He wants big-time numbers to make the Pro Bowl. He's not getting it with the Jets. Can they guarantee he's going to get it anytime soon? He may be the one that they may want to pay him. He may want out. We don't know yet. Jermaine Johnson coming off an injury. Probably don't have to pay him this year. I love Jermaine Johnson. He's definitely a cornerstone of your team. Breece Hall, to me, is the odd man out. And I like Breece. I respect Breece. Before the injury, he was great. Since then, he's been kind of inconsistent. You saw some good things towards the tail end of last year. But where the Jets are right now, do you want to pay him $12 million next year when you got to pay Sauce, Garrett, Jermaine, maybe re-sign AVT or somebody else? Like, you got to allocate your money to different areas. And you have Braylon Allen behind him and Isaiah Davis. So it's not saying that Braylon Allen is Breece Hall, but, in terms of where money is, it's just – and Breece wants big money. There's no secret about that. So that's why before the draft, everybody's like, can you trade him? I think the Jets would have liked to, but nobody wants him because you're not going to give up draft compensation plus a big contract. So if anything, maybe for the trade deadline, you could trade him if he's playing well and looks okay, because I think he's going to walk in the offseason. He's not going to be here.
Can we switch gears? We're switching gears?
Let's do
it. There's a team in New York that is going to the conference finals for the first time in 25 years since the year 2000. Your New York Knicks are headed to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Indiana Pacers the last time they met. It's like deja vu all over again. You couldn't write a better script there. Had the WWE moment with Halliburton and Jalen Brunson. I know you'll be seated in front of your television Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yep.
How are you feeling, and how is the vibe in the tri-state area right now?
It's amazing, man. You see blue and orange everywhere. I mean, this team has galvanized everybody. We're talking about this before the show. Like in New York, you have the Yankees and Mets. Everybody's divided. Jets, Giants. Everybody's divided. Nobody cares about the Brooklyn Nets. Nobody cares about them whatsoever. It's a Knicks town. And when they play like this city is on fire. Like, you see T-shirts, jerseys, hats everywhere. The bars are all full. And it's exciting, man, because nobody thought they'd beat Boston. I kind of thought they were going to get killed, too. I was like, they're not going to beat the Celtics. Regular season, they kicked their ass. You're like, it's not going to happen. And then they just surprised you. They played better defense. Jalen Brunson's been incredible. A guy that we all kind of discounted when they got him. Like, he's not going to be a star. And he's been better than most players the Knicks have ever had. So it's exciting, man. Nobody thought we'd be here. Now it's like, make a run at it, because nobody has a title. Like, the Pacers don't have one. It's Timberwolves would be interesting with Julius, but we'll see. It's exciting. I can't wait, because like the Knicks are irrelevant, man. They made so many bad choices over the years with Phil Jackson and all these different, like, almost similar to the Jets. They had made all these dumb moves, and you didn't want to watch them anymore. You got tired of watching them. It's just, and now it's like they're fully back, it's awesome for the city.
Will you be attending the games or tailgate or anything?
There's like a lot of viewing parties. The games are expensive, man. You're looking at almost $1,000 for like the nosebleeds up by the lights. You're watching on the big screen. You can't even see the players. Prices are insane right now because it's such a hot ticket because they haven't been good in forever. Like this is like the biggest ticket around. So there's a lot of viewing parties all around the Garden, all around the state. There's all kinds of Knicks parties. So I'll go to those.
So do you feel like I don't remember the year, fellas, but I remember Ray Lewis saying that when you don't have football, like crime goes up. Is that kind of how it feels like in New York with the Knicks? Like crime just is down. Everybody's happy for once.
Everybody's happy, man. It is a whole different vibe, a whole different energy right now because we're not used to it. It's been 25 years, man. And to see the way, and it's the way they won too, where they're the underdogs, they scratched, they clawed, they fought back, like come from behind wins the first 2 games. You're like, oh, this is crazy. Come back from 20. So it's a team you can really buy into. Like the Knicks fan likes those hard-nosed teams. That's what made us all fans back with, the John Starks and all those guys. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a very easy team to believe in. And they got a little swag to them now. Even Cat played aggressive, which was crazy. So yeah, man, everybody's just excited. Like Wednesday night's going to be great.
Well, what do you think the prediction is? Well, I'm pretty sure you're probably picking the Knicks, but do you think you're going to go 5, 6, or 7? How do you think it's going to go?
This game makes me nervous. Or this series makes me nervous because they may have a big emotional letdown because they celebrated so much beating the Celtics. It almost reminds me of the Jets when they beat the Patriots, where they thought they arrived. Then they go out to Pittsburgh and get their asses kicked for the first half of the game because they didn't show up. They were emotionally deflated. But the benefit is you have 7 games, not 1. So I'm worried that their first game or 2, they're going to be flat, trying to find themselves, and they're down 2 games to none. Now you're like, oh, what happened? That's my concern. But I think it goes 7, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be hard fought. These teams don't like each other. So it's, I think it goes 7. I think anything less than that, I'd be surprised.
Who would you like if you guys get to the finals? Who would you like to match up against?
Good question.
I mean, Timberwolves would be interesting. There's so many storylines just to make the finals, dude. I'd be happy just being there, to be honest, because it's just so crazy. But Timberwolves would be wild. That'd be interesting because it's not there's bad blood or anything. It's just going to see how it all played out, after the trades.
No, he's right. Anthony Edwards would be crazy in the finals right now. With all of what's going on with him, he got some off the field stuff going on too. But me and Rauch was talking before, since last year, he got a hit list and he's hitting everybody right now. But
I think he's number 1 right now in 3-point percentage too.
Yeah.
Something.
So how do you think, let's hypothetically speaking, OKC wins the West? What do you think your chances would be if you are able to get past the Pacers and meet Oklahoma City in the finals?
They're tough, man. They are tough. That's a team right there. Like it's tough, man. I think I don't want to ever see my team's going to lose. I don't like that's to be a struggle for them. I think that one. That's a tough matchup.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you might match up better with them than the
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm with him, man.
I don't know about that, right?
Because we've seen what happened to the Timberwolves once you exploit Gobert. Once you exploit Gobert, there's a clear deficiency with the Timberwolves. Exploit that. OKC got youth, they're deep, and they look crazy right now. I can't believe they went to 7 with the Nuggets. That's probably just a championship pedigree for the Nuggets, but I couldn't believe that game went to 7 because I'm like, I think the better team is OKC. But
once it got to 5, I was like, yeah, this going 7.
Yeah. When the Nuggets had them 2-1, the Nuggets had them 2-1. I was like, Nuggets better win, game 4. Otherwise, this might go the opposite direction. But yeah, OKC would be crazy.
But what we were talking about before we started, I told you I think that's the matchup. I think that's the matchup I'd rather see is Timberwolves Knicks. Oklahoma, it would be good to see it, but it's just so many underlying things going on. It's you Absolutely. Got the whole Ant-Man, in there. You got the trade that happened.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I honestly just think that's you got Ant-Man there who people want to see as the next Jordan, and then you got the Knicks, and everybody just loves the Knicks right now. I think this is the first time like everybody's just coming together in America wanting to see the Knicks pull this off.
I've said this before. The NBA is better when the Pistons and the Knicks are doing well, and both made the playoffs. I think the NBA is in a lot better shape when those two teams, organizations specifically, are playing better.
Well, look at social media, man. Right now, the Knicks are everywhere. They're all over social media.
Absolutely.
All the fans, all the antics, it's just they're everywhere, and I love it. I think it's been so long. I enjoy every second of it.
No, it's great. It feels good when your team's been down for a long time and they up. Trust me, I know the feeling. Not basketball, of course. Not in basketball, of course, but football. But trust me, I get it and I understand.
Yeah, we share your misery when it comes to those Wizards. Jesus, I don't even
catch a break. Oh my gosh. Question. Mavs get the number 1 seed. I mean, not the number 1 seed, number 1 pick. What's up? What's really good? What's really good with that, man?
That's ridiculous. That's just the fixes in on that one. That's just
okay.
That's just completely ridiculous.
That's what I thought. Yep. 1.8%. We all need to play the lottery at this point.
That's crazy that the worst team has never gotten the number 1 pick.
It doesn't make any sense. That's why the draft lottery doesn't make any sense. Do it like the NFL. To just get based it on your record and do it that way. I hate the draft lottery.
I do too. I hate it with a passion.
I thought it was something that they tried, and then now it's just not working.
No, it's terrible. The Knicks have been in that boat many times. They could be top 3 to end 6.
Oh yeah, because you guys were supposed to get Zion, and then end up not getting them.
Happened a couple of times. We were supposed to get. It was not with Trae Young. It was a couple guys they were supposed to get, and you're like, how are we 6? How are we falling down to 8? What are we doing?
I remember that one year you got Porzingis, and he was like,
So, while we have you, let me, because it's something you said that I want to circle back to. We were talking about the Knicks, but you had talked about the Nets and saying nobody cares about the Nets. Why do you feel that way? Is it because they went from Jersey to Brooklyn? Is it because of the whole KD, James Harden,
Kyrie?
I forgot the third man.
Kyrie.
Who was on it? But I mean, why do you feel that way about the Nets?
That's because they're like the outcast team. They went from Jersey to Brooklyn. I mean, they sell tickets, but nobody cares about them. I think it's just because that's such a populated area with nothing else better to do. Let's go to a basketball game. But it's a very, very small fan base. It's a Knick town, man. It's just a tried and tested organization that everybody's loved for so long. You're not going to come in and overpower them. You know what I mean? It's just the Nets are just irrelevant. Even when they went to the finals, nobody cared. Nobody watched it. Nobody, you didn't see it. Nobody talked about it on sports radio. It was all right, that's cool. Kevin Durant was somewhat relevant, but nobody, paid too much mind to it.
Oh yeah, Kyrie. Yeah,
Kyrie. Yep.
What is the crosstown rivalry that's the really gets the city? Is it Yankees Mets? Mm-hmm. Is it Nets Knicks? Which one is Jets?
Is it Rangers,
Jets,
Islanders?
Which one is the one that really, really divides the city?
I think it's Yankees Mets. I mean, we had the Subway Series this past weekend, and the better team won 2 to 3 games, which is good. The Yankees won 2 out of 3 over the Mets, but I think that's probably the biggest one. Jets Giants, they only play every 3 years, so it's a good rivalry. And the Jets have sucked forever, so it's not really relevant. Rangers Islanders gets very heated. That's a very good.
I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Other than that, I mean, Knicks Nets, I guess it's somewhat, but it's just, I don't know. There's not that big Nets following that kind of pisses people off. The other fan bases are pretty big. The Nets fan base is kind of small, so they're kind of nobody really notices them or acknowledges them.
They're just in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
it looks like a nice arena whenever I pass.
Oh, it's beautiful. I've been there before. It's a gorgeous arena. It's very nice, but bad team, and just I don't know. Nobody cares about them.
Yeah,
before we get you out of here, Tyson, and I want you to tell the people what you're working on the channel. What happens first? The Bills finally get over the hump and get their Super Bowl, or the Jets make the playoffs? What happens first?
Oh, the Jets make the playoffs?
Now,
you know what it is? I respect the Bills because a very good friend of mine's a Bills fan, and they rebuilt the right way. They rebuilt the organization. They got the right coach. They got the quarterback. They built around him, and Josh Allen's a superstar. And the Bills fans have been tortured for a long time too, man. So like I've been there probably 5 or 6 times. Great fan base. I have no like ill will towards them unless when we play them. Them winning the Super Bowl or the Jets make it? I'm gonna say that's a good question. I say Jets make the playoffs because the AFC is loaded, man, and the Ravens are due. You know, the Bengals, the Chargers are going to be better now with Harbaugh out there. Herbert's going to get better. Like, the AFC is stacked. And the Bills have had their chances. They've had home playoff games. They've lost. They've been seeded number 1, seeded number 2. They're not win it. They keep losing to the Chiefs and whatever else. I think it's – I don't know when the Jets are making the playoffs, though. Maybe 2 years? I say the Jets making the playoffs first. But, you know, maybe it's my green-colored glasses are on right now.
I ain't going to lie to you. I think y'all make it – I ain't going to say this year. I think I'll make it next year. I think I'll make it next year. If Justin Fields is who we know he is, I think y'all make it next year.
Or they just can get a quarterback in 2026. You know, it's a lot of guys to choose.
I was going to say,
a lot of guys to choose from.
I got to see how the Justin Fields experiment goes.
As long as Joe Douglas is not there,
Don't worry, they'll win week 1 though. They'll win week 1. That's their Super Bowl. They'll beat the Steelers. Tyson.
Justin Fields is due, man. He has way too much talent. He's a good guy. He's great work ethic, great leadership. He loves the game of football. It's got to work out for him.
Yeah, I still can't believe the Steelers let him go.
Aaron Rodgers, man, that's who they want.
I don't know.
Do they?
It'll be this week. You watch.
Look, it's either him or Mason Rudolph. I think you'll take Aaron Rodgers.
I will not. I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
I'm not with it either like that.
It's his intangibles that turn me off because things go wrong. He's a finger pointer. He's a you, and that will destroy a locker room more than straight up bad quarterback play.
Yep.
And also he's a band-aid. Like you're gonna have him for a year, probably max.
Well, Pittsburgh's stuck though. They have no quarterback. That's exactly. Like if you don't go him, I think everybody thought they were gonna go somewhere else. You know, Derek Carr retired. They couldn't trade him. To me, I thought Kirk Cousins was going to go there. That's why I thought, you know,
me too.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But
no, he's content riding the bench and making his $100 million,
stealing money.
That's all he does.
He's made a lot of money in the NFL.
Yeah, shout out to him. Tyson, we can do this all night. Let the people know how to keep up with you because you stayed up late with us. We appreciate you. Let the people know how to keep up with you and what they can expect coming up as we hit the OTAs on Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. I had a blast, man. This is a lot of fun. Let's Talk Jets. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Mondays and Tuesdays. This time of year, we're a little more quiet because we don't force our content. There's nothing to talk about. We're not going to make some stupid show up and say, hey, let's do the top 10 teams of all time. We kind of keep it real. But OTAs are this week. And like I said, we're uncensored, man. We talk just like fans, like the conversations we have, like we're having now. I'd have in a bar. I have in a barbecue. It's the same thing. We don't act like something we're not. We just try to keep it real and have fun with it, man. It's an escape from reality. We're talking football. We're not talking life. So we try to have fun with it. And hopefully we win some games, man, because this team is killing us. If you guys see our content, man, it's just by week 8, we're exhausted. It's like you're tired of watching the team. You hate everything. So you got to find ways to make it interesting. So we do that. But let's talk Jets, man. We have a lot of fun. We have a very unique stream because our chat is just out of control with all kinds of cartoon characters and Muppets and all kinds of stuff. It's absolutely wild.
Shout out to you, Tyson, and all the good people over at Let's Talk Jets Radio. We're going to do this again. We're going to definitely do this again. We're going to put this interview out for you as well, and I'll send it your way so you can have it. But
one more thing, though. Yeah, I'm coming down to Baltimore, too, for the game. Jets, Ravens.
Rod, you hear that? You hear that, Rod?
You guys go in the games. I'll meet up with you guys. Jets, Ravens, I'm down.
Let's do it.
All right.
Make it happen.
Let's do it.
We're men of the people, man. We would love to make that happen.
Let's do it.
Put your hands together one more time. Tyson Rauch. Let's Talk Jets Radio. Appreciate you, good sir. Enjoy that Knicks game. We'll be live Wednesday, so you want to come on, say hello to us. We'll be watching the game live on stream. Appreciate you and all the good people over there. We'll be talking to you real soon, and we'll do this again, and we'll be seeing you in person this upcoming season.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, boss man.
Take care, man.
One more time for Tyson Rauch from Let's Talk Jets Radio with the one.